Hola, ¿cómo están? Soy Golden con otra entrevista y esta vez tuve la oportunidad de entrevistar a Com. Esta pequeña introducción es simplemente para decir que el inicio de la entrevista no se grabó correctamente y se perdió unos segundos, pero no se perdió nada importante, solamente fue la introducción de la entrevista y la primera pregunta que hice. Igual, la primera pregunta fue, ¿cómo se sentía Com luego de su victoria contra Envy y luego de ganarle a su ex compañero Demon One? Vamos con la entrevista.
Um, yeah, I mean it's obviously nice playing against Max. I love him to death, and he is literally like one of my favorite teammates. I hope he continues in VCT and is able to, keep showing that he's one of the best. For me and my team, I'm obviously super happy. We didn't show like a great face in the tournament before, but now we're able to kind of show a little bit more of what we are. We're trying to progress as much as we can, and little by little, we're making it happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, one thing that I saw today was the Shin going absolutely destroying everyone. I mean, he ended
Hmm.
the match with 58 kills in the two maps.
Yep.
So that very impressive. So how was the call for the Gisin to play like this today? Because we know that in the last matches the Gisin was not using very frequently the operator, and he was more playing in the start of the tournament with Waylay instead of Yoru. And now
Hmm.
Keanos is in that role with Waylay, and the Jising is in the back using the operator with Jor. So how was this planned?
Um, I mean, I think after we lost our first two matches, I really wanted to look at like how we were as identity as players. I think it was just logical to kind of swap it up, between Oki and Douglas. And of course, he's super comfortable on the op and he's super comfortable in like that role. So I wanted to try it for these like next matches. And I'm really happy that it's kind of worked out in our favor and he seems more comfortable and happy with like his role in the team. So I'm happy about that. And for him popping off like this, yeah, I mean he's just looking really good and he's putting in a lot of hard work to kind of get to where he is now. So I'm happy to show it. And I think the coaching staff and everyone has helped a lot as well.
Yeah, uh, because one thing that we couldn't that we couldn't think about it is that the that EG in the first map was going very good, and then the start of the second half, EG wins the pistol, and they say, wait, EG is going to close this map, so usually it's going to be 13-4 and then overtime. So how do you feel with this? That the first map went in overtime, and what could you say that could have been like an improvement to avoid that situation again?
Um, I think it was just like managing our ults better and all these sort of things, like being more together because we threw like a 4v3, I think, at like 11-4, which kind of spiraled us a little bit, and all these sort of things, you know. I think we played overall good, but just as it kind of went on, like it's kind of something you see in new teams where we're still trying to figure out how we work out of these tough times when we feel like we don't have full answers. And it's very normal, honestly. It's part of progressing. I'm glad it happened now and we were able to win from it still, even with all of it happening, than it happened at a later point, you know? So yeah, I think it's just growing pains as a team. And I mean, the more times we're in those scenarios, the more like poised, I guess, we'll be.
Yeah. One thing that I gotta ask is how you feeling with your next match? There's going to be again 100 Thieves, a team that it was performing very good in the upper bracket, and then all of a sudden they fall down to the lower instantly. So how do you feel about facing this team for your next match?
I'm super excited. I think they're a really good team, and it's definitely gonna be a team to where we kind of have to figure out where we are at right now. If we're really good and have a chance to go to Chile, or if we still have a lot to work on, you know. I think it's a really nice test for us to figure out how we will be on stage. There will be adversity tomorrow, and how we react off these sort of things, right? The more time we kind of figure all this stuff out, the better we'll get, right? And I think they're again a really good team, and I'm excited to play them.
Yeah. Well, well, it's been 5 minutes. I want to ask more questions about the community and how when you receiving this support of the community since it was announced that you were playing back in EG
Hmm.
for with Potter again.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm obviously super appreciative of all the supportive messages. I think there's still like a lot of people who doubt my capabilities as like not only a player but as an IGL, which is understandable. I haven't done it before in like 3 years, but I will say I'm very confident in my abilities. I've been able to so far collect 2 wins, but obviously that's not the final goal. The goal to know if I'm very successful is if consistent success and also like qualifying for internationals. So as time goes on, we'll really see my progression and my confidence build and build and build. And yeah, as time goes on, people will see.
Yeah, I mean, because as an IGL, I also have to say I doubted it because I was feeling okay. Com came out as a champion, but it was not IGL when Evil Geniuses became champion. Then he came to Leviathan, and he was not IGL neither. So how's been IGL for a team for the first time? How's been the experience of being the leader of a team?
I think I've always had the intangibles of an IGL, like leadership, emotional, all these sort of things. Um, and I'm able to get through the tough moments. Like even when we were down on pro, it's like it's fine. Like all good. Don't worry about it, you know? Like things like this, right? It's just that sort of like composure in myself. Like I always believe that we will be fine. And also with like the EG23, I was like the third voice in the team. So I'd actually make a lot of plans back then. And then also in the last 2 years of Lev, I was always a secondary caller where I was controlling like a good amount of the mid rounds, and how it would kind of work out. So I think it's all been kind of like leading up to where I am now as an IGL. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how the final product. I I've had success with those past 2 teams, so hopefully the final product of this team is also success.
Yeah. Well, for finishing this in the interview, I have two additional questions. One of these
Hmm.
is um, now EG is 3 wins away from reaching the qualification for Masters. So, what are your
Hmm.
expectations with this lower bracket that is just 3 matches away? 100 Thieves, the next team, and lower final.
I think it's just one match at a time, to be honest. Like, I think we're scaling up in ways. Maybe not fully like all the way to where I want us to be, but we are scaling up slowly but surely. And for me, like I'm not even fully thinking about like Chile. Like of course I can say on interviews and stuff like, yeah, like I think we have the expectation to go to Chile. But in reality, I just want us to game by game work out of this and become better and better as days go on. And then as long as we're doing that, we'll be okay going into stage 1 for London, for champs, all these things. It's all about going up and improving every day, you know. As much as some teams might be really good right now, they might not be good the next split. So that's the biggest thing for me is just seeing the guys improve whenever we're getting in matches, our composure and stuff like this is like building and the confidence is building in each other. And then once we get to that point, then of course, I think we'll have the capabilities to get all the way there.
Well, and my last question is, what do you have to say to the fans of EG that experience now this victory of the day and are are very happy about this victory, knowing that it's one step closer to qualifying for Masters.
I appreciate all the fans. It really does mean a lot to me that you all support not only me, but my teammates. Make sure to like go show them all the support. Or some of them are even newer to the scene. They deserve all the support. Like I've been in the scene for a good while and I appreciate all the support, of course, but I want them to be happy as well. So please go support them and keep supporting our team. We'll make big waves soon. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Come, for the interview. I am not taking more of your time. You have to prepare a match for tomorrow. So thank you for the interview and good luck tomorrow against 100 Tips.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Bye.